It definitely wasn't fun. It definitely wasn't fun. It was a wet, cold night, and a long night too, especially coming out with a loss.
What's your overriding emotion as you walk away from this season, given all you guys had to deal with, the condensed schedule, everything?
So there's a lot of emotion. There's frustration. I feel like from my side, I could have done a little bit better. I could have done better. I could have helped the team a lot more. There's a little bit of sadness, obviously, because the season is done. We don't get to play deep in October. There's happiness because every single guy in the team gave everything they could to help us win. Also, the training staff, the strength and conditioning guys, the front office, and the coaching staff did everything in their power to keep us safe and to help us prepare those couple of months prior to the summer camp and have us start with the right foot. So I feel proud of the way they handle everything this whole year. We stay safe. That's extremely important. And there's the feeling of like it sucks. It sucks to be done right now. I don't want to be done. I don't want to play. I don't want to play 62 games. Nobody does.
Frankie, have you thought about perhaps this might be your last night was maybe your last game as an Indian, depending what happens this winter?
It has crossed my mind because a lot of you guys have mentioned it, but I haven't really sat back and thought about it. But if I say it hasn't crossed my mind, I'll lie because on social media, everybody, that's all they talk about. And that's what you have been talking about for the past year. So, yeah, it has crossed my mind, but I haven't really thought about it deeply enough to say, wow, this could actually be my last game.
Francisco, en cuanto a tu rendimiento general de lo que fue la temporada, ¿cómo la catalogas? Sabemos que fue una temporada muy corta. Hay peloteros que les gusta, que calientan un poco más hacia lo que es la temporada. ¿Crees que eso tuvo algún factor y cómo te catalogas en tu rendimiento de la temporada?
Me doy una C- o D+. No digo que pues yo hubiese calentado al final de la temporada, porque en verdad que eso no son excusas. Todo el mundo tuvo la misma oportunidad de trabajar igual y de ejecutar igual. Pero definitivo no me fue igual que los años anteriores. Pero parte del proceso, uno aprende de eso, uno aprende a seguir trabajando, a mejorar y entender que pase lo que pase, uno tiene que seguir echándose adelante.
¿Qué es lo próximo para Francisco Lindor, tanto en su carrera profesional como también en lo personal, ahora que tenemos todo este tiempo libre, aunque tenemos el COVID? ¿Cómo piensas impactar a las comunidades y lo próximo para ti?
Lo próximo para también disfrutar a mi familia, hermano, los extraño un montón, hace tiempo que no los veo. Estoy ansioso de pasar mucho tiempo con ellos, reírme, sentarme a hablar con ellos, ver televisión juntos, estar en la piscina. Después enfocarme en la educación A mí me encanta la educación, buscar la forma de cómo impactar la comunidad a través de la educación. Hay unas cosas en las que estoy trabajando para impactarlo, que pues, pronto saldrán a la luz. Y sobre mí, pues, entrenar, mi hermano, un mes y medio libre, y después entrenar, trabajar en todas las cosas que hice mal y trabajar mucho más en las cosas que hice bien, para que se mantengan siendo cosas fuertes en el juego.
Francisco, you've seen how this organization tends to operate with guys when they get to the final year or two of arbitration. Are you surprised that you said you've only thought about it because we've mentioned it? Does it make sense that we've mentioned it? Are you surprised that we've mentioned that?
No, I'm not surprised. It makes sense. You know, it is what it is. You can't cover the sky with one hand. It makes sense. You know, it's the reputation an organization has. It is what it is. But on the other hand, I can't control the future. I can't control the move the organization makes. What I do can control is how happy I am and how hard I work.
Frankie, you obviously been here for this entirety of this run, and all the success you've had, but your team has not been able to get over the hump. What would you want to see the team do, to make it to the next level?
I would say we just got to come up with, I got to come up with big time hits. I got to come up with good plays and overall. The reason why we lost this series was because they outplayed us. They played better defense than us. They played better. They hit better than us, and they pitched better than us. That's the reason why we lost. So they did a better job than us. So when it comes to that, that's what we got to do. We got to make sure we outplayed everybody. We don't have the highest payrolls. We will never have that. We won't have a team where there's 5 to 8 guys hitting 35, 40 home runs. I think we might have had that one year where it was like 3 or 4 that we had 30 home runs in our team. But we got to find ways to outplay our opponents every single time.
Should the team spend more to I mean, sorry to put it so plain, but
Should the team spend more? This could go the wrong way, or it could go the right way. I think the team does an outstanding job when it comes to drafting and developing players. I've seen that they have spent money, and we have lost in the first round too. And I've seen it where they keep their hands in their pockets, and we have lost in the first round. So I would love to say yes to spend money, but it's Dolan's money, and Chris Antonetti knows what he's doing. He knows when to spend money, when not to spend money. So that's their problem, man. I don't deal with that.
Frankie, now that you've gone through this season with no fans, just how odd was it, and just how weird is it going into this offseason with so many unknowns?
It sucks playing with no fans. It's terrible. That's the only way I can put it. Fans make the game fun. When you're growing up, you say bases loaded, 3-2 counts, the crowd's going crazy. Here there's just loud noises from the speakers. It sucks. It sucks. You know, there's nobody to throw the baseball to. There's nobody to tell them to be quiet when they're just talking trash. There's nobody to prove wrong, you know? There's nobody to look and laugh at them because they're coming down with 5 hot dogs, 2 beers, and they can barely hold the hot dogs and the beers, you know? It's just, it sucks. It's not fun, but it's not an excuse. It's just around the league, everybody having it the same way. I'm tired of looking at cardboards.
Did it feel like the playoffs even without them? You know what I mean?
No. It felt like an important game late in the season.
Paquito, mencionaste que el equipo, ¿verdad? Que they outplayed you guys, pero en cuestión de los 9 jugadores que están en el terreno, 9 de ambos equipos, pero Sandy Alomar y Aaron Boone hicieron muchos movimientos que fueron un poquito impredecibles. ¿Qué opinas sobre lo que fue el movimiento de ayer cuando cambiaron al bateador más caliente de lo que ha sido la serie? ¿Y cómo fue el resultado y cómo catalogas a Sandy Alomar en esta temporada?
Pienso que Sandy hizo un muy buen trabajo. Sandy definitivamente tomó el equipo en una etapa del año que pues no se lo esperaba. Y hubieron, sí, él hizo muchos cambios impredecibles, muchos cambios que uno decía, wow, pero ¿por qué lo está haciendo? Pero al final del día el juego se está convirtiendo en analítica y saber, tienes que estar pendiente a los números para poder entender esas cosas. Y Sandy confía en todos los jugadores que tenemos, ¿entiendes? Él sabe que pues nosotros somos jugadores de grandes ligas y hay ciertos movimientos que a lo mejor para los fanáticos no se van a ver muy bien, pero al final del día la confianza que él tiene en nosotros, que él creó con nosotros, es buena, ¿entiendes? Y ayer sí sacó a Naylor del juego y puso a Ludlow a batear. Creo que era que tenía un zurdo calentando en el bullpen y pues Ludlow le batea bien a los
derechos.
Era un riesgo. Si dejaba a Naylor en el juego, pues se enfrentaba el zurdo, aunque Naylor estaba caliente, o si sacaban al derecho, sacaban a Naylor, metían a Ludlow a jugar, pues tenía 2 oportunidades de batear, porque entonces venía Chapman en la octava o la novena. So que también él no está, eso, la forma que yo lo vi, yo me siento orgulloso porque él dirigió pensando en el presente y en el futuro, ¿entiendes? Él sabía anticipando, él anticipó bien estos movimientos en la nueva entrada, me puede ayudar. Pienso que hizo un buen trabajo. Sí, hubieron decisiones que uno ha cuestionado un poquito como jugador, pero al final del día era el capataz, era el que está tomando las decisiones y sus razones tendrá. Él lo dijo en una entrevista que estaba aprendiendo durante la temporada, pero yo pienso que es muy buen candidato a ser dirigente del futuro.
Una última pregunta, y sé que lo tocaste en inglés, pero ¿tú sientes que este sí es tu último año con los Indians y tuviste tu último partido? Y si fuese algún mensaje para la fanaticada que no pudo estar ahí en el parque dado por lo del COVID.
En realidad que no había pensado, sí me pasó por la cabeza, me ha pasado por la cabeza porque todo el mundo y su abuela lo está mencionando. Pues en verdad que no me he sentado y he tomado el momento para pensar si es mi último día en Cleveland, si no lo es, pues porque en verdad que hay todavía mucho por decidir, ¿entiendes? Hay los dueños de equipo tienen que tomar decisiones, la gerencia tiene que tomar decisiones también, tiene que venir el cambio correcto si es que me quieren cambiar. Si no, pues me quedaré aquí y a mí me encanta en Cleveland, so más contento no estaría.
I'm going to make this one in English. When you see a contract like Mookie Betts, what do you think is your contract will look like?
When I see a contract like Mookie Betts, it makes me extremely happy and extremely excited for him and for his family. And that's all it is. Because to sit back and say, well, Mookie got, I think it was 340 or 370, something like that. Well, I should be getting 320. No, I don't. I can't really sit here and say, oh, because of Mookie, now I deserve this. No, because I'm Francisco Lindor, and I have plenty of things to worry about, and that's not what could happen in 2022. It's still a lot of time, still a lot of days, still a lot of games, and I just, since I was a little kid, my dad always said to me, worry about the present, don't worry about the future. The future will take care of itself with the things you do in the present.
Thank you, Paquito.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody?
Frankie, you talked about how you could have done more. I know you didn't figure it out, but what do you think happened at the end of the season? Do you think you needed almost like more time to snap out of it, or it's kind of the postseason has been rough for you?
This postseason was rough because the other ones I hit pretty good.
Yeah.
But I only had 6-7 at bats. So I mean, yes, I struck out too many times in the postseason this year for sure. I as a leadoff, I definitely could have put the ball in play a lot more and make something happen. Especially with yes, I put the ball in play, but I should have hit it. I could have hit a little bit harder. Play with how wet the grass was. Just the things they did. They grind at bats and they put the ball in play. They walked. I definitely could have done better on my part. And when it comes to a regular season, I just ran out of time. I ran out of time. I had a lot of ups, a lot of downs. It wasn't like one up, stay there, level off, then down, then go back to leveling it off. It was just inconsistent from me this year, and I'm accountable. And I do say yes, I definitely could have done better for sure. I could have done better to help the team. Sure, if I hit a little bit better and make better plays, probably would have won the division. Because I think we lost the division by 2 games. I don't know. Maybe 1 game. I don't know. So yeah, those are the times where I had a guy in second and third, 1 out, and I struck out or I popped up, didn't drive in the runner, and we lost the game by 1. Yes, I could have done better for sure.
Hey, Frankie, the Indians have offered you contract extensions in the past that you've turned down. Can you meet your price, whatever that is?
Can what?
Can they ever meet your price, whatever that is?
Of course. It's $1 billion team. Of course. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Frankie, how would you feel if you're back here next year?
I would love it. I would be extremely happy. I love everything about Cleveland. Well, not everything. It's too cold for me here. But I love Cleveland. I love the people here. I love the front office and coaching staff and the players, everybody that comes They develop players the right way. They do everything right here. It's a class act organization. I have much respect and much love for it. And I love sitting here and listening to your weird questions at times.
What do you think the odds are that you're back here?
I'm not good with odds, man. I don't play cards. I don't bet. I don't do none of those stuff. So I don't know how the odds work. I really don't.
50-50?
So we're going 50-50. Okay. Let's see. 99% I come back.
Okay. Thanks.
I know you said you don't worry about the future, but with the economy just in the entire major leagues, do you think it's going to be, weird the next year or so with the, just the salaries and everything?
Economy. Did you just see? We just signed. MLB just signed a $3 billion contract or $1.7 billion contract. There's money out there. There's money out there. But it's not all the money. It's not all the money. It's inevitable. That yes, we are going through a pandemic. Yes, there's a lot of families that are hurting, and yes, there wasn't no fans this year, but yes, they made money, and yes, we made money too. So yeah.